sure you'll be interested in this one. This is Clan Des Obeaux. Everything touch wood has gone to plan. He looks great. He's come out of the race very, very well. He's won a King George. He won well the other day. Conti didn't really get suited by Cheltenham, was always a bit better on a flat track. There's those that say that Clan hasn't won at Cheltenham yet, but he's run some really good races at Cheltenham, and that's all good experience for him. You know he can act on the track. He's in good shape. He's a young improver, really.
It's 20 years since Seymour Business, 10 since Courtauld. Something about this good anniversary for you.
Nice.
But it would. How much do you love the Gold Cup and the challenge of it?
It's just awesome. I've been lucky. I won 4, and I'm being greedy. I want to win 5 now, and it's just the most amazing buzz and feeling to do that.
Which horse would he be most comparable to of your Gold Cup winners?
They're all good in their own right, aren't they? He's won a King George, and King George winners win Gold Cups. That's all I know. And he's improving, and who knows where he might end up.
What do you say about his Cheltenham record when you see people writing what they have, or saying what they have?
He shouldn't have run in the Triumph Hurdle. He was not a horse to run in the Triumph.
And it was a hell of a triumph that year.
But he still shouldn't have run in it. He wasn't a Triumph horse, but we did. And when he was a winning 3-year-old, didn't have much else to go. And then he was second 3 times. He's hardly run badly.
And didn't in the Caspian Caviar he carried a huge weight as a young horse. Yeah. He almost got left at the start, didn't he?
And he did, and then he sort of jumped the last and a half, sort of looked up in the air and was spooked. It was a bit green and babyish. That's all. It was all part of his learning,
Should we almost treat it Clan Des Obeaux before this season and Clan Des Obeaux this season? It's a different
two
time.
Different horses. And last year was a bit tough because we had a problem with him. But when he ran at Aintree so well, I knew we had lots and lots to come from him. I was excited about that run because I knew where we were, and he was only half fit really that day. And I thought, this horse is going to be exciting. And he just knew he was better this year. He's just 7,
To see him run away from Terrafor the other day, that was a performance of real quality.
Exactly, that was a good run.
Clan Des Obeaux on his way to the Gold Cup with victory in the Betfair Denman Chase.
Which of the opposition, say presenting Percy, he goes there without a chase run. Native River's the defending champ. Yeah. How do you see it?
Well, presenting Percy, I wouldn't be that bothered. He obviously won well the other day over hurdles. He's fit. He won in RSA. I don't see it as being the biggest problem as some people make out. He's a very high class horse. So that counts for a lot. Native River, history's against him a little bit. He's had some hard races now in his career, and who knows whether he's as good as he was. Obviously Kempton didn't suit him, and Cheltenham would suit him a lot more, and I wouldn't be surprised if he had a pair of blinkers on in the Gold Cup.
This year it would have been lovely to have gone to Newbury, but it didn't happen, so we went for a gallop around Wincanton, and he's fit. It would have hurt last year, but this year no.
If someone had offered you at the start of the season those 2 runs he's had so far, Haydock and Kempton, the styles of the performances and the performances themselves, would you have taken them now?
Yeah, you go into all of those big races, you talk yourself up for it, you give yourself a chance, but the King George especially, it just kind of, in the league he's in, it found out a few kinks in his armour. He looked awkward going right-handed around Kempton, jumped a bit left all the way, didn't get into a rhythm, but stayed on again beautifully. Haydock, he's bound to improve for his first run. You can only do so much. He hadn't been for a gallop or anything like that, so he got a bit tired, then stayed on again on ground that would have been far too lively for him. So certainly take them, and we've known all the way through that Cheltenham is his place. Cheltenham is his course, and the extra quarter of a mile and the left-handed, it all plays to his strengths. I'm not going to lie, last year we said we didn't worry about the ground, but it won't hurt for him to have a bit of cut. No. I'm sure he can handle the good ground, but it slows the rest down, as simple as that.
You've ridden in the Gold Cup, and you've seen enough Gold Cups. We know that no horse since Best Mate has done it. We're not 15 years ago now. Why is it so hard? And has last year's race, do you think there's any way of knowing whether that's left a mark on him until you get back there?
Not until you get back there. You wouldn't. He's a tough horse who he doesn't show any signs that it's ever left a mark on him. He bounced out of the race last year, but I was riding in those races at Best Mate 1, and we didn't appreciate what he was doing at the time. People were more interested in saying that Hen doesn't run him enough, but it goes to show just how right she was getting it. These big elite races, they take a lot of them, and they can't run in 8 or 9 of them a year. It's impossible,